Hello everyone, welcome back to health class. This is week 2. My name is Nurse Karen, as most of you know if you saw my last week's videos. So this week is a new week and I'm super happy that you guys all made it through the first week. So now we're actually going to be able to get started and dive into what our actual lessons plans are about health class. So as I told you guys before, we're going to be discussing a lot of the body parts and body systems. So this week we're going to be talking about the cardiovascular system. So I'm going to put up a little slide really quick just to give you guys a quick introduction before we actually go into our lesson plans. Okay. So, as you guys can see, we are covering the cardiovascular system. Many of you guys might ask, what is that? Or maybe you've heard of it, but you're not too sure what it's all about, what it does, what's part of it. So, just to give you guys a brief little introduction, the cardiovascular system is also known as the circulatory system. So, it has two different names, but they both mean the same thing. And they're basically the system that includes your heart and the pumping of its blood throughout your whole body. So the blood, when it's being pumped throughout your whole body, it's circulating all around everywhere from your head to your toes. It's going through everything through little tubes and tunnels. So while it's doing that, the blood is being passed around everywhere and dropping off different things like oxygen so you can breathe, nutrients, hormones, lots of things that your body needs to function is going through with your blood to all parts of your body. So how does it do this? How does it pump this blood everywhere? Well, it uses two important things. Those two parts of the cardiovascular system are the heart, as you can see here on the left-hand side, and the blood vessels, as you can see here on the right side. So the cardiovascular system actually has a reason for its name. Cardio means heart, and vascular means, it can mean two different things. One of the things it can mean is that it has to relate to vessels, which as we can see here, blood vessels, or the other thing it can mean is circulating fluid, which blood is circulating fluids. So that's why the name cardiovascular comes from, because it's part heart and part blood vessels. So the heart basically is a big, strong muscle, and it beats like this, which then pumps blood throughout your body. The blood vessels are the little tubes and tunnels where that blood passes through. So there's different types. There's the veins, the arteries, and the capillaries. We're going to be going into a lot more detail on both of these different parts here in the lessons in a few minutes. I just wanted to give you guys a short introduction to it. So with that being said, I'm going to kind of just break down what the steps are for this week. So the first thing you want to do is watch the lesson video. If you were here last week, you know that you would get to the lesson video by clicking on the computer screen in the classroom that's on the left-hand side. So then after you're done watching the lesson video, you're going to complete a little activity, which is always found on the poster on the upper right-hand side of the classroom. So that activity this week is going to be different depending on what grade you are. So if you're smaller or younger in age, maybe kindergarten or first grade, it's going to be a lot simpler. But if you are older, anywhere from 2nd to 5th grade, it's going to be a little bit more complicated, but not too much. With that being said, the last thing you're going to do after doing both of these is getting on during my office hours if you want. Again, this step is optional, so it is not required that you attend these office hours, but the office hours are a great chance for you to ask me questions, talk about anything you found interesting, anything you might have learned from the lesson, and since it's with your whole grade level, it's also a good chance for a good time for you to talk to other classmates maybe, or other people from your grade that aren't in your class as well. So it's a nice way to talk to lots of people that you might not see on a regular basis. And of course, I'll be there, so you'll be able to talk to me as well. So I look forward to seeing you guys all there if you guys can make it. Your office hours are posted on your grades homepage, so hopefully you guys can figure it out when that is. If you have any questions, you can always email and call me. So without further ado, we are going to get started with our lesson. So head on over to that computer screen and start the lesson. Bye.